What is up, guys? It's Zelos and welcome back to another house tutorial. Today we're doing a suburban house. This is a style I have never done before, so this was my first attempt, and I thought it came out well enough that I could teach you guys a little bit about it as well. It's in no way the best you'll ever see, but I think it's quite nice. If you enjoyed today's video, if you learned something from today's building tips or building tutorial, please leave a like. The support is always awesome and greatly appreciated. So without further ado, we might as well get into this. This house is actually very simple. A lot of suburban houses are. This is the kind of house you would probably see if you were just in a normal city. It's very realistic, but it's the house you'd see if you were just in the suburbs of a city or something. It's much like the houses I'm sure a lot of us live around. So I'm actually going to do the entire house here in the first clip because it's really that simple. So we're going to have our doorway right here. Or I'm not going to do the entire house. I'm going to do the entire layout of the house right here. So we're going to have the door right there, okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to come out 1, 2, 3, and we're going to place down a pillar there. That's going to be one corner. And then the other side here, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, like that. All right, and the corners are going to be these marble pillars. And by the way, this is cyan stained clay, if I didn't mention that before. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you should have 5 pieces in the middle here. Going along the back side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then coming down, I'm counting the block on the end every time. So this is the first block, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have, this is actually going to be marble. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you can't see the pattern yet, we have all of these here. Which are 5 in between. There's going to be one over here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Obviously, we got a lot of odd numbers going for us here. And then we're going to simply bring this across and all the way back, just like so. All right, so that's actually the entire layout of the house, as you can see. And once we get the roof on, you'll start to see where it comes together. But right now, what you can go ahead and do is build everything up to a height of 3. So you're going to go up to 3 like that, and you can do this if you're building this in creative. It'd probably be easiest to just go ahead now and fill in all of the walls. So we have it up to 3 like that. Now just fill in all of the walls and then you'll break out stuff for windows. If you're not doing this in creative and you want to know where the windows are so you don't waste cyan stained clay, I will show you that in a minute. Alrighty, so I've built up all the walls to a height of 3, so we now have a little bit of a shape here to work with. We're just going to go around and break out the main windows. Now there's going to be the same window on each of 3 sides for now. And there will be a 4th later. But the main windows here are going to be in the middle of these walls that we had that were 5 wide at the end of each part of the house. It's a very, it's not symmetrical, but it's a very patterned house for sure. Each of these windows is going to be 3 wide by 2 high. Then what you can go ahead and do is start creating an arch here. So we've got that going on, and then we'll have this, and finally that. All right. And then you can go ahead and build in your roof. Your roof is going to be a very simple marbled staircase roof. A lot of suburban house designs that I've seen, both in real life and in Minecraft, have used a very similar styled roof. We're going to go ahead and do that, and we want it to be a thick roof. Thick roofs are usually better in my opinion, so that just means we're going to take the underside here, do something like that. Then for the top here, we're going to come down with 2 of those, and we'll have one last layer coming across the top that'll go along all the way. So what you can do now is go ahead and build just that much of, I forgot a spot right there. Go ahead and build just that much of the roof on this end right here. So again, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna have your window, which will be all of that broken out, right? So you got your window, and then you're gonna do your roof, and then you can do the same thing over here as well. So you'll have 3 of these going on. So let me go ahead and do that and show you what I mean. You should have something that looks a little bit like this, so that's quite nice. Now some of you already have figured out what's next and you're dreading it. We have to connect all the stairs all the way across, not upside down like that of course, but all the way across we have to place all of the stairs, and that's going to be a pain. I just wanted to say firstly though, there are a couple other windows here. We're going to have a window that is 2 wide right there, and then we're going to have a window that is 2 wide right here, like that. Actually we'll put it right here, like that. Let's see, yeah, I think that's okay. That's not how I did it on the original house, but we're not going to complain. There is going to end up being a window here, but I'll explain that one shortly. If you want, you can go ahead and put a door in right here to the backyard. I think I had that in the original build, so you have a door right there. Also, I wanted to say that if you are not playing on my Minecraft jar, which you probably aren't, you can put trapdoors on these here to make it look a little nicer, but I can't. Every time I try and place trapdoors on consecutive blocks, they break. Like if I put a trapdoor there and there it works, as soon as I put one in the middle, they break. I don't understand why. So put trapdoors on that if you can. I can't do it though, unfortunately, so I can't show you, which sucks. But anyways, let's go ahead and you're just going to build your roof across like this. It's a very low roof, and you're going to do that all the way around and have a lot of fun. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a few things to the roof here to add a little bit of detail. First, we're going to add some windows into the roof, but before we even get onto that, I actually want to change this window back to a 2-wide window. I made a mistake, and it's somewhat important that we do that. Not super important, but you'll see eventually. We're just going to throw bushes down there, which will make it look centered anyway, so it's not a big deal. What we're going to do is we're going to come up to this 3rd level of blocks there, and we're going to break it out so it's in line with that window. I've done this style before. You've probably seen this. Then we're going to place solid slabs on the edge. We can go on the inside here, and we'll place down some half slabs like that, just like so. Coming back outside, we now have a place to put our windows right here, and half slabs across the top of those stairs. That gives us a little window on the outside. Now, I think when I originally did this build, I actually brought these blocks all the way across, and the reason that is nice is because then you don't end up with these windows kind of looking like they're floating. So what you can do on the inside again is, bring all of these across like that. You don't have to do the upper ones if you don't want. You can even make yourself some sort of attic, but bring this lowest level across. It also adds a little shape to the inside. It's kind of strange, and if I was to play around with this house more, I would look at a way to neutralize that a little bit, but it's not too bad. We're going to do that one more time here so you can see in front of the door. We go up to the 3rd level. We're going to break out those two. Yep. We're going to place down our blocks right there, windows in between, and half slabs on top. Not that hard. And we will add one more on the other side, so we'll break those out. Windows right there. Boom, boom, like, whoop, boom, and then right there. Alright, so now you have yourself a little bit of definition to your roof, and then we have one last thing to do over here. Okay, so for those of you who have already built all this, I didn't show you this next step on purpose, so I apologize because you're all really mad now because you have to break a bunch of stuff, but it's okay, you're going to survive. What we're going to do is bring this across to the edge of our build, so it should be sticking out 1, which I believe it is now, like that. And then we're going to go ahead and build one more of those roof shapes. The reason I didn't show this one originally is because this roof shape here is very different from, well, it's different in that it's not a part of the actual shape of the building. So that's why I did not show it originally. You're just going to go ahead and bring it down here. It will mold right into the house, so don't worry. You've got something like that going on. Right, oopsies, I can't even do this. This is quite a challenge. So you'll have something like that going on, okay? And then we're gonna do the same over here. So this roof will break everything below it basically, and it will look cool in a second. But first we got to go ahead and do this. I use too many stairs in my builds, considering how much I really don't like stairs and the fact that they don't cooperate very well. So yeah, you've got that going on. Go ahead and break all this out. You could have guessed it. We are going to have ourselves a window here. So we can go ahead and figure that out. But what you want to do now is just kind of bring this across until it levels itself off. So like this and this. It's kind of a challenge actually, and yes, I could have showed you this earlier, but no, I didn't really want to because I didn't want to confuse myself. But you're just gonna bring it across now, and once you've got it built, then you can delete everything behind it. And I know it looks like a mess, but it's not that hard to clean up. The first time I did this, the reason I am doing it in this order is the first time I built this house, I didn't add this until later because I thought, oh, we need a little more detail. So now that you have that, you can go ahead and easily break out everything in between it, just like this. Really not a big deal. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill this in right there. Same shape as we had before, obviously, just like that. And so this is stairs right here, and there you go. So you've incorporated one more of these roofs. Now you can go ahead and throw in one more window as well. So you have your window. It's going to go, how is the window going to go? Sometimes I confuse myself and I forget. So the window is going to go like this. Yep, that's right. And it should be a 3-wide window, so if it doesn't look like it's 3 wide, then you might have messed up, and you know, everyone makes mistakes. But there you go. So now you have a 4th roof, and that just adds a little bit more detail to the house, which is always nice. So there you go. Awesome. Now we get to move on to some decorating. Moving on now to decoration. The decoration on this house is pretty easy, but it's also very important, and it's one of the parts that really adds to the suburban style. So first we're going to do some nice little planters, and let me, I think my sound might be up too high. No, maybe not. All right, so we're going to do this style of planter. Now, I would use trapdoors, but again, trapdoor glitch means I honestly can't do anything using trapdoors, which is really too bad. But what we're going to do is just throw in a couple planters here, and you can kind of design them how you want. And we'll just go ahead and do something a little bit random, randomize it like that. So now we have some planters in the front, all right? And that's quite nice. Then we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a pathway. So first, we'll go ahead and take just normal stone. And I feel like this is really loud, but my sound is on pretty low, and it's kind of making me a little bit nervous. But we're going to go ahead and make a pathway here. All right, so let's go do that. Your pathway is going to be all stone, and then what we're going to do is we're going to mix it up and place in some other things, so I will show that in a second. So what I did there was I made my stone pathway, but then I replaced a lot of the stone with other items such as stone brick and cobblestone, just to kind of mix the pathway up a little bit, and then I used some stairs to give it a little more depth. What we're going to work on next is making a fence around our house. Most suburban houses have fences, so we're going to place our stone brick fences like that. On all of the corners, which we'll get to in a second, I am going to use some stone slabs. But basically you're going to just build this out as much as you need. If you want to have a lot of decoration on the side, you can build it really big. If you don't, you just build it kind of right up against the house. So I think we're going to have about 2 blocks of extra space, which is just right. And then if you want to have a pool in your backyard, make it big around the back. If you don't, just build it, you know, up against the house again. So let me go ahead and do that. And then again, on all the corners, such as right here, we're just going to throw a half slab on just to kind of indicate it's the corner. Nothing special, and we'll do that around the entire building. Alrighty, now that we have our fence built, we're going to do a style of yard that I first saw Corrales do. I don't think he created it, but I first saw it on his channel, and this is basically the nice modern suburban mode house kind of lawn. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some green wool. Corrales uses really bright, usually lime stained clay. I think that's too bright personally, so we're going to use some nice dark green wool. And every other row, we're just going to replace grass with this wool, and we're going to do this across the entire house, so across the path like that, including these sides over here. And just this entire square that you have just fenced in with your fences is going to be replaced every other block with this dark green wool. So let me show you what that looks like. And what we end up with is a nice looking lawn like this that really does kind of look like it's been mowed. All right, so now we're kind of on to some of our basic outdoor decorations. I always like to do trees. What we're going to do though, because this is a suburban house, is we're actually going to have 2 different type of trees. At least in the neighborhood where I live, you can grow a lot of different things, so there's all sorts of different trees around my neighborhood. So we have that nice tree there, and I would have been okay with a bigger tree, but I'm not going to complain. In the back here, we're going to make ourselves a pine tree, because those are often very common in suburban areas. You can usually you can grow one of those, so we'll just go ahead and bone meal up a pine tree. Got that in the back. It's pretty small, but it will do the trick. If we really want, we could probably throw one in this corner too, like right up against the wall here. I don't know if one will grow there, but we're gonna try our best. I don't think it will. Maybe it won't because of that stair. All right, so what we're gonna do then is we're not gonna put a pine tree there, but that's all right. And then what you want to do is you want to just kind of go around and randomly place your various different plant life throughout the yard. So, you know, we can put a poppy there, fern here. You don't want to cover every piece of grass with every piece of grass block with something, but you want to cover some of them just to give the yard a little bit of feel. And again, this is a style that I learned from my boy Corrales. He's a really good builder. He's quite the builder. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of do that around the yard. Place our random things, and if you really want it to look nice, go ahead and grab some of the bigger plants too. Those usually really do a really good job. Rose bushes especially, I love rose bushes. They are a great way to decorate. So you can go ahead and throw those down every once in a while. You don't want too many because they are kind of a big thing, but they do look really nice, so definitely try and get a few in there if you can. And make sure you have enough of just normal grass too, because normal grass will add a lot of detail to your yard. Like so. We're not going to have a pond. A lot of people generally don't have ponds in their yards if they live in kind of the suburbs of a city or something. But yeah, so we kind of throw that around, and then you end up with a pretty nice yard. It's not looking too bad. We can go ahead and I think we'll throw a lilac down there. We haven't done any of those. Yeah, so you got something like that going on. Not bad. And actually, the last step here, which is back onto the building, and I kind of overlooked this the last time through, but we're gonna make sure we take care of it now. So we're gonna need some of our building supplies, and we're gonna need some of that, and we're just gonna build a chimney. I've been doing this a lot more recently because I really like the look of chimneys actually. So we're gonna choose this block right here. If I go up there, you can see where it is in relation to everything else. This corner stair, we're just gonna break it out, and of course this is not a functional chimney. This is just going to be for the looks chimney. We'll go up 2.5 blocks from the top of the roof. The other one on the chimney on the first time I built this house in my testing world was a little bit too tall. I think it looked a little bit funny. So I'm going to try and avoid that this time. We'll have our smoke coming out, or our steam, just kind of like that. I guess it's smoke, huh, because it's a fireplace. So we got our steam coming out, and there you go. You've built yourself a suburban house. If you're watching this on Easter, guys, have a great Easter. Have a lovely day. I hope my throat clears up pretty soon. That would be cool. But yeah, have a good Easter, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It's always super helpful, and it really makes me happy when you do, because then I know that you guys enjoy what I'm doing. So before my voice completely gives out, because it's really starting to sound kind of raspy right now, I will let you guys be. But there you go. That is a suburban house. Suburban houses can be a lot more complex. I'm going to keep messing around and learning how to build better and better ones, and hopefully that means that shortly I can I can have another tutorial for you on an even better suburban house. But there you go. It's a pretty simple one. I think you can all do that, and it will really look nice in any kind of world. So if you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like, and I will see you in the next video. And it's raining, so that's good. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.